like Butte, Montana is probably going to be the end of my journey, in the bus at least. I mean, it's kind of getting to the point now where I don't know, I'm running out of options. I don't know what else to do. The second repair is holding. I've still got a turbo. I've still got an intercooler. It's still pushing the bus around. It's still got the same power as I left the south it with. But the oil leak is back. And I was really hoping that we were done with the oil. But that's what I saw when I got to Billings after I paid the guy $2,600 in Buffalo, Wyoming to fix it. That's what I saw on the ground when I pulled into Billings. But they convinced me that there wasn't an oil leak, that it was all turbo, and maybe, I don't know, I'm just so baffled now. All I know is it has taken at least a half a gallon in the last 50 miles. The weirdest thing was I stopped in, what is it, 20, 30 miles, 40 miles outside of Bozeman, west of Bozeman. I can't remember the little town. Three Forks. I spent the night in Three Forks last night. Truck stop. There was 2 drops of oil on the ground. And I don't like dripping oil, but 2 drops compared to a half cup or a cup. Oh yeah, I'll take that any day. So I was really excited to have, 2 drops of oil. But anyway, since I crossed the Continental Divide, maybe it's just stress on the engine causes the leak. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is I'm gonna have to carry, I don't know, 5 gallons of oil with me everywhere I go. I don't know what kind of mileage I'm getting per gallon of oil. I'm getting about 8 or 9 miles of the gallon of diesel, but is it 50 miles to the gallon of oil? I mean, I can continue to spew oil all the way to, that's the problem. I don't know how far I'm gonna get. Is the thing gonna blow up again? Am I gonna lose my brand new turbo again because I've lost so much oil? Can I make it to Missoula and make a decision there? This is how much oil is coming out of the blow-by since Billings. We put that on in Billings just for giggles, because I was convinced that the engine wasn't bad. But obviously the engine's, if it's blowing that much oil by the rings or the valves, then obviously we got a problem. So the dilemma, I'm stuck here in another awesome town, scenically, historically. I could probably spend a week here exploring, learning about the history of not only Butte but Montana probably, and the mining industry, and checking out the town. It's probably got a couple of breweries maybe. And the dilemma is either do that. I know I could do that, probably without even cranking the engine, roll down the hill, find another place to park closer to activities, and make some decisions in a couple of days. I could do that. I could go find a U-Haul. U-Haul's going, well, the guys in Billings quoted me $750 for a week and 2,300 miles, and obviously it'll cost more for gas, but I'm gonna spend money on gas regardless of what I do. So but the dilemma is either do that here, bail here while I know the bus is running, and parking, unloading, and loading into the U-Haul is not going to be an issue, or roll the dice, see if I can make it to Missoula or somewhere else south, or back east. roll the dice and hope I don't wind up on the side of the interstate trying to unload downhill into a freaking, that's kind of pretty much what every interstate is. They don't have much shoulder, so I got to get the bike off, number one. And if the bus is busted on the side of the road because it's got no oil and lost another turbo, and you know, do I keep pushing and straining the last bit out of everything I can get out of this bus? I mean, those to me seem like the only two options. The thing that doesn't make any sense to me is putting more money into a dying bus. I mean, obviously the engine's failing. It's running great, but you know, how much more life is in the engine, number one, and how many more gallons of oil can I push through it before it completely dies? And I don't see fixing the engine or even swapping the engine being an option. So I see two options. Anybody else got any? Because I'm fresh out. That's it. That's all I got. Couple that was walking by. There's a walking trail that goes up around the old mine site here, and who knows how far else. But anyway, this couple walked by and I asked them if there was a brewery so I could go soak my sorrows in my brain. And oh yeah, and then I started asking them more questions, and they said, well, you know, well, I said internet and a parking place that I'm not going to get tossed out of, and they said there's a folk festival going on this weekend, and they on the website they shared several places you could park your RV for free. And then she started naming off Wi-Fi spots, and so I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll just hang out here for the weekend, make a decision Monday, or you know, sometime in between. So you know, maybe I don't have to start unloading and moving into a U-Haul today. Maybe I can just hang out. Maybe I can delay the inevitable, and then maybe in the meantime I can come up with a decision on, you know, what's the best plan of action. Who knows? Maybe I could pick up another schoolie here in town. Oh my God. Oh, anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go hang out with the folk festival, get some internet, find a place to park, and then, you know, hopefully just kind of chill and relax. I'm good at that, except I haven't had much of it in the last couple of weeks, except in between being kicked out of my home. Anyway, sad, but it's a great spot to be broken down once again. So we'll see what happens. Tune in.